¿Ahora sí va a empezar la cosa? ¿O cómo?
Sí.
Creo que sí.
Zona 1.
Mojang. Ay, qué linda la transición. Ay, el bicho
Eli,
flauta. Bueno,
basta.
ya ves.
Eli.
Basta, silencio.
Pero si no es nada del otro mundo, estaba en la
Pero
miniatura.
vas como
¡Retrocedelo!
5 vas como 5 segundos adelante, nos contás todo.
Por eso. No es que no cuentes nada. Venía a la par de nosotros.
Yo estoy casi a la par de ese, entonces está.
Sí, claro. Al final lo de reiniciar Zoom no lo hagamos, pero después vamos a tener que hacerlo.
Bueno, no sé si ya llegaron, pero estoy viendo personas en el escenario de Minecraft. Qué lindo que está.
Eli.
Sí, yo los escucho.
I'm your host
Ah.
and chief storyteller of Mojang Studios, Lydia Winters.
Bueno, ya empezó.
A ver, ¿cuánto tendría que atrasar para estar
Es lo que te
con
acabo de
vos,
decir.
Antonio?
5 segundos. Dale al chiste de la izquierda.
Bueno, de retrocedí 10, bueno, no puedo.
Find out the next Minecraft update
Bueno, retrocediste
and
10.
much more. Seriously though.
Que no sé cómo retroceder el flaco.
The best
la
part
fe-
is
Dale
you can
una vez la
share everything
flechita.
directly from the cool humans making it, and they will give you the inside knowledge that no one outside of Mojang Studios knows. Our best kept secrets.
Ah, pero ustedes lo están
Until
viendo
we
en
tell you all of
computadora, ¿no?
them today.
Sí.
Sí.
So let's do it.
Ah, claro, y yo por el celular.
Ay.
Bueno. Ah. Bueno, retrocediste 10, puedo darle a 5 segundos para atrás y así estamos a la par.
A ver, Eli, ¿para qué estás viendo vos?
No, estoy viendo. No, lo volví a adelantar. Porque había
Ah.
notificaciones.
Last year, we announced quite an anticipated update. The
A ver de qué dice.
We've seen all the incredible things you've done with Caves and Cliffs
Ah,
Part
sí,
1,
van a
and
mostrar
can't
eso.
wait to see
A
what you
ver.
do with Part 2. Agnes and Henrik are here to give us a peek into the surprising development process for Caves and Cliffs Part 2.
Sí, no van a decir nada nuevo todavía, pero...
Hello.
Agnes, how are you feeling?
I'm super happy to be here. I'm excited. Very excited.
So excited. And Henrik, it's your first time on the Minecraft
It
live
is.
stage.
It is. It's not your first time though, right?
It is not my first time. You two are going to tell us about Caves and Cliffs Part 2, and the thing that I think is the most amazing is how involved and how essential the community was to making it.
Yes. Yeah. This update changes basically everything about the world generation in the game. So we've added like massive mountains, massive caves, and
Ah, y ahora.
it's been really hard to kind of balance that
Yeah.
because we
Me
want to add all this
llaman.
new cool stuff. But when people are playing the
también.
game, we also want them to be able to encounter like the old familiar stuff. So this balancing act is really hard. So as designers and developers, when we test the stuff we built, how do we know if it's any good, right? How do we know if it's better? So we've needed a lot of help, and we've definitely gotten it. So we've been shipping snapshots, betas every week, and the people have been playtesting and giving us feedback, and it's just been wonderful. It feels kind of like they're colleagues helping us to build this great game.
That's amazing. And you have an amazing example of someone who took a lot of time giving
Yes.
notes.
Yeah. For example, a player tweeted at me this wonderful big picture showing like across different snapshots in the same location what changed across different snapshots and offered some opinions on that and some feedback. And this kind of stuff takes a lot of time to do. It's research that the users are doing for us, and we get a lot of this stuff, and it just saves time, and that's time that we can use, of course, to make the game better.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, it truly is. And I mean, this is like the biggest update we ever done, and we couldn't have done it without the community.
Oh, that's incredible. And I know you were kind of nervous when you decided to split the update and tell everyone
Sí.
about that.
Yes, I mean it's a very big decision, and we took it together as a team. But yes, when it was time to announce it, it was quite scary. But we thought the best thing is just to be transparent, because as we know, Minecraft is crafted together with the community, and then it's good if we just are as honest as we possibly can. And then when we did announce it, everyone was just so caring and understanding, and it shows we have the most beautiful community. So yeah, thank you.
We absolutely do.
And it was so nice as a team to be able to not rush it, since this change is so big, to be able to do it properly and take the time and really do it well. So we're super thankful that we got so strong support for it.
That's awesome. And I mean, sometimes during the development process, things change and you decide you want things to be bigger and better, which kind of moves them to a different timeline. And I know we have one of those. today?
Yeah, we do. So we have been working quite a lot on like the deep dark, the warden, and the skulk sensor, and we're so excited about this, and we know everyone is. And so it got a bit bigger because we really want to do this right and do it with super high quality. But that's also the reason to that we moved it to the next update.
No.
And we're going to talk about the next update at the end of the show,
Yes,
right?
so we're gonna show
Ay,
both
movieron el
the
guardian para el
dark
1.19.
other new things, so that's exciting.
So we'll move the Deep Dark feature set into the next update, which will be after Caves and Cliffs Part 2. And we're going to look at that later in the show. You're going to get to see some really cool stuff from Brandon. Now, Henrik and
Odio todo.
Agnes, you two are working with an awesome team of developers. And this was like quite a technical challenge. So we have an inside look at sort of a lot that went into Caves and Cliffs Part 2.
Yep, let's watch it.
The best part of my job, I think it's just creating a game. I want to make people happy. In the new update, I've been primarily focusing on creating the mountains and also putting everything together in the new generation of the world. So that's the caves and the mountains and everything in between. When I started this project about a year ago, I knew almost nothing about world generation, and I learned so much. And it's really been a team effort. Java
Que
and
movieron el
React
guardian
together.
para la 1.19.
In this update, my role is
Pero
to
no,
bring
no
to
mucho
life
más.
the cave part.
Che, el
together
directo
with
sigue en
our colleagues who
oculto.
work on
Y
the
ahora es que
mountains,
estoy queriendo
we,
ponerlo en
present to the
público,
cliffs
pero
and the
no
caves.
carga.
Ay.
One of the inspirations for the caves is the Song Dong cave systems in Vietnam, because that was one of the largest cave systems in the world. And I feel so proud of it because I came from Vietnam and we get to use these cave systems in my country and put it into the game. So I felt so proud whenever we think about the caves.
My job is to find what works slow in Minecraft and try to optimize it. The new update changes how the world looks a lot,
Me llegó la
and
notificación
it
de que estás en
also
directo.
affects
Bien.
performance quite a
Veo
lot.
pila de gente en el chat poniendo
The
tipo
best part
alay, alay,
about
alay.
my
Espero
job
que
is
gane.
that
No estoy viendo el
finding
chat.
something
No, no,
which
pero yo sí
can give
comentaba.
like big benefit, and then just seeing how FPS improves or how frame time graph looks much better after the change.
Bueno, parece que
I would
hicieron
say the
bastante
coolest part about my job
performance
is all of
fixes.
the wonderful colleagues that I get to work with. They really inspire me, teach me, and motivate me to be a better versions of myself every day.
We put in a lot of time and effort into this update, and I hope that it will inspire and excite our community.
It feels like it's a whole new game.
What a great team you have.
The best team. And now, we have been working on Caves and Cliffs Part 2. It's been so beautiful to see how everyone collaborated, like all the different roles, like Bedrock developers, Java developers, designers, artists, sound, and so on. So yeah, it's been so
Yeah,
good.
it feels like when you get a diverse group of people together in a room like that, even if it's a digital room, I guess, then and all focused on one thing like this, it feels like there's no problem you can't solve. Plus, it's fun.
That's amazing. And then you add our community. They're doing bug tracking. They're just everywhere giving us notes.
Pero hay un par de cosas que añadieron en la 1.17 que no están en la versión final de la 1.17 y tampoco están en la 1.18 así puestos, tipo, tan solo en creativo o con comandos, que es tipo el bundle o el saco, mejor dicho, los skulk.
We have a really amazing community.
Me pregunto cuándo y dónde los van a meter.
And
¿Qué pasa con la arqueología?
has been just
Yes.
kind of sharing
No
images
sé,
and seeds
pero
as you're finding things, and you put
se la
together
tragaron la
some really awesome
arqueología.
worlds for us.
Se la tragan. Ay, a ver ahora. Ok, están mostrando la nueva generación. Sí, son bastante... Bueno, es bastante trabajo igual, ¿no? Tipo, son bien grandes las cuevas.
Sí,
Wow.
que hay las que se ven.
Sí.
Fua, qué genial esa mesa.
¿Mm?
El bioma.
Ah, recién las veo. Bueno,
Ah,
con razón.
ya sabía. Fua.
Sí.
Ah, hola.
Hola. Que vayan pasando a la ciudad porque la verdad yo quiero ir a ese lugar.
Ah, sí, están
¿No trata de
bastante
los
épicos.
idiomas?
La nueva generación.
Ah,
Está zarpado.
Y la musiquita la hace mejor.
Sí.
Ah,
Wow, they're beautiful.
Yeah, what's interesting about this is when you look at that video, like initially the plan was just big mountains and or natural looking cool mountains and caves, but as we started working on it, the scope kind of grew because we realized that we need to change all the terrain to make this all fit together. But once we started seeing that work, and it was so fun to see how the team started realizing that we're really onto something. This is going to be great.
claro, al principio solo querían tipo cambiar el bioma posta de las montañas, luego cambiaron todo el terreno en general.
We couldn't stop playing this because
We get distracted
you
all the
found
time.
so many cool places, and I feel so inspiring, and that's what we want to do with Minecraft. We want to inspire everyone to play Minecraft in their own way, and like we really feel that this new world generation inspires you, like going on adventure, building, telling stories. So it's very exciting.
That's amazing. And I mean, so you make all these changes, but then obviously we have so many players who've been playing for so long. I mean, the two of you have worlds that are like 10 years old, and I just love the approach you took to keeping everything.
Us to be respectful to the players' worlds, and like Minecraft should be a game you can trust, because if you know that it works and it will work for many years, then you can spend like all this love and time on your Minecraft world. So in Caves and Cliffs Part 2 we have actually done two things mainly to make sure that everything works well, and the first thing is blending.
A ver,
So as you can see
blending.
in the picture here,
No,
to the left, we don't
what?
have blending. So then when you update your old world,
No, se trancó. No. Flaco, se me trancó. No. Justo la parte interesante. Y ahora no carga el sonido.
Minecraft, and I took a look at what happens in my old world, which I've had for like 10 years, playing with friends
¿Qué
and
están viendo ahora?
family. And
No,
take a look. So there it
el
is. All
coso
the
de
cool stuff we
abajo.
built 10 years ago. But that's what happens
Ok,
when
o sea,
you-
sí
ya,
trabajaron en
la
algo.
extensión.
1.18
La
basically
extensión de lo que
generates new
es.
caves
Sí.
beneath the old areas. And the idea is to create the
La
illusion that
transición
that
entre
was there the whole time.
generación
Because,
vieja y
we
generación
didn't go
nueva.
there until now, and wow, look what I found.
yeah.
Don't look, Henrik. There's so many spoilers there under
Yeah,
your world.
no,
So many cool things.
I was squinting, okay?
Okay, good.
That's like the first thing I'm gonna do when I update is just like digging straight down. Well, not straight down actually, but I'm gonna see what's under my base.
That's so cool. I just love that it adds so much to the existing worlds that our players have. And so you're keeping them safe and adding a lot to it.
And that's also an important thing. We don't want to force players to have to pick between just the new or just the old. So we want them to be able to experience both things in the same
Ok,
world.
yo pensaba que no, que querían hacer un
Throughout
cambio,
the
pero que
show, we're
tipo
gonna have
habían
creative
fallado
questions,
miserablemente.
and you two get to have the first one.
All right.
Will Java and Bedrock get Part 2 at the same time?
Yes, the plan is to release this on Java and Bedrock at the same time, and also to ship it with what we call seed parity. And that's what does that mean? So seed is this name for the magic number that is used to determine how your whole world looks like. So every world is unique, and that's driven by this seed. And when you create a new world, it gets a randomly generated seed. But if you dig that seed up, if you really like what you see, you're like, wow, this world is wonderful, I want to share it with my friends. You can dig up that number and share it with others. And then if they open a new world with that seed, they'll see the same thing. But what's new for this update is that also works between Bedrock and Java.
That's amazing.
So if you create a world in Java and you think it's beautiful, you want to share it with others, anyone who
Sí,
opens
estás
a
viendo
world
esto,
with that seed,
Franco.
regardless of which edition
Sí,
they're
estoy
playing,
viendo.
we'll see
No sé qué sería
almost
esto, pero
exactly
estoy
the
viendo.
same thing.
La paridad entre semillas de Bedrock y
Almost
Java.
identical. And it's
Ah,
a thing
sí.
in the community, you know, you find
No es
people
idéntico,
communication
pero es
and you
bastante
share it, like,
parecido.
look at this world I found.
Tiene
And
muy
before,
poquitas
you
cosas
couldn't do that
diferentes.
with players in the other edition, but now everyone can just share cool places together, and I think that's really nice.
It's really amazing. I mean, when you find these amazing, epic things in Caves and Cliffs
El
Part
problema es
2,
que todas las
obviously we
semillas
wanna be
de
able to
antes
share
de
them.
Bedrock
So
se
Seed
acaban de ir a la
Party is
basura.
huge. I think everyone's gonna be so excited
Básicamente.
about
So we're not 100% there yet, but close. It's
Las
very
de Java
similar.
creo que también.
Details will be different, but
Seed
Pero
almost there.
bueno,
seed almost
no importa.
Sí, ya ha pasado antes.
So I know everyone is anxiously, including myself, waiting for this
Un
update.
mes o dos.
When do we get it?
A ver.
So it's
ver,
actually
fecha.
almost done. So we're gonna release it in a month or two.
That
Esos
is
dos.
amazing. Thank
Sí,
you so
van,
much,
van un
Agnes
poquito
and
más
Henrik.
adelantados todavía
Thank
ustedes,
you.
pero bueno.
Caves and Cliffs Part 2 will be coming to a screen near you in 1 to 2 months.
En
And
uno o
Los
dos.
speaking
Game
of
Pass
screens,
for
soon there will be
PC,
another place
¿no?
to play Minecraft. On November 2nd, Minecraft comes to
Ahora,
Xbox Game Pass for PC.
lo que dijo significa que si te compras el Xbox Game Pass para la PC, te dan el Minecraft.
Creo que sí.
Zombies and the drowned.
What?
Maybe not the best example. Let's try another. Cobblestone and mossy cobblestone. A relationship that's truly rock solid.
Oh.
Oh dear. How about Steve and Creeper?
What?
Okay, maybe
Okay,
not Steve and
rip.
Creeper. Not them. Not them either. That's gotta hurt. You realize this is going out live, right? If we don't find a great example of Minecraft togetherness soon, what's that go?
Jedro,
You've got the best example of
Bravo.
togetherness yet.
¿Qué?
This better be good.
Yes.
Minecraft Bedrock Edition and Minecraft Java.
Babadito.
Finally, coming together.
No,
for-
ay, no.
No,
Cedrock.
that's not right. Absolutely.
Baba.
Ah, mira.
That's the ticket. Minecraft Bedrock Edition and Minecraft Java Edition are coming to
O sea,
Xbox Game Pass for PC.
si te,
We debated which edition to add to the set.
mira, si te compras el Xbox Game Pass en la PC,
That means
vas a
Game
poder
Pass
tener
releases
Minecraft
will
Java
be
y Minecraft
only
Bedrock.
to get Bedrock and Java in one place.
Igual debe salir un huevo el Game
Perhaps
Pass.
a little too convenient.
Creo que no sale
Starting
tanto.
in November, you can play the original blockbuster.
No te pueden dar
It's cross-play
un
support
juego de
Cousin
Game
and a
Pass.
cartload of other games with Game Pass for
Among Us.
PC. Excellent point, Goat.
9,99 euros al mes.
Games.
Hmm.
And personally, I can't wait
Y
to
sí o sí
play
Windows
those
10.
PC games with my two best friends.
Son 10 euros por mes, son básicamente
Sweet
400 pesos al
smell of
mes.
togetherness.
Para eso me compro el juego.
Sí, bueno.
A ver, a ver. Los mobs, los mobs, los mobs.
Hello, Minecrafters of the world. I'm Vubui, and I'm back yet again to help guide you through this year's incredibly important and potentially life-altering vote. Remember the Phantom? For an amazing mob that will be added.
¿Recuerdan el Phantom?
For those of you who haven't been a part of Minecraft Live before, here's how it works. Our developers came up with 3 different mobs that they think could potentially be a great addition to Minecraft for a variety of reasons. But you, the community of Minecraft players around the world, get to decide which one gets further developed and brought into the game in a future update, and which ones will live on only in our hearts.
¿Qué pasó?
lo tiró.
¿Qué?
Like you, little baby.
Ya vas a ver.
I'll never forget you.
No me gusta que vayamos adelante.
Moving
Lo
on.
lanzo.
The actual winner of last
Así
year's
vas un poco atrás.
intense mob vote was none other than the glow squid.
Sí, el glow squid, que ni
If you
siquiera
haven't
glow.
run into these majestic creatures swimming around
Esperen,
under the
voy a...
stars on a
hagamos lo
clear night,
siguiente.
you are really missing out. But that was last year and this is now.
Cerremos el
So here's
zoom
what
así,
you need
así
to
no
do.
me
We
crashea.
have 3 mobs for you to choose from.
Oh.
There will be 2 rounds of
Lo
voting.
otro.
The first round, of course, will include all 3 mobs,
Okay.
but one will get voted out. In the second round, there will only be the 2 remaining mobs, then just one winner in the end. As in previous years, the vote will happen on Twitter. So if you don't already have an account, you'll need to quickly make one. And if you do have an account, make sure you're logged in. Then when I tell you it's time to vote, go to the Minecraft Twitter account and check out the live voting poll with all 3 mob options. Pick the one you want to see added to Minecraft and click to cast your vote. That's it. It's like super easy. Well, the clicking part is easy. The choosing part, considerably more difficult. Now that you know what to do, let's go over your options. And who better to talk about our 3 potential new mobs than someone who is tiny in size, but never in heart, the one, the only, Tiny Jens. Hey, Tiny Jens. So, can you help by telling our... Oh,
What? I can't hear you. Hold on.
Oh.
I'll come up to the surface.
okay.
Ok, ahí.
We'll just wait.
Está subiendo.
Oi, oi, oi.
Sí.
Can you hear me now?
What?
Ahí llegó.
I still can't hear you. Hold on. So impatient. Still can't hear you. Oi, oi, oi.
Viewers, all about this year's mobs.
I'm actually very busy. I lost Tiny Agnes again. I had retraced my steps, and now I have to go all the way back down there.
Oh, sorry about that.
But don't worry, don't worry. I know someone who can fill in for me.
Great. Thanks. Oh, okay.
Está ahí.
Jens, you're here.
Están un poquito atrasados, sí.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I guess Tiny Jens sent you while he looks for Tiny Agnes once again.
Exactly. It's a tough job.
It really is. Yes. Well, since you're here, can you please tell everyone all about this year's mobs?
Absolutely. So, as you already mentioned, the team came up with 3 lovely creatures that we believe that players will enjoy interacting with. And they are the glare, the lay, and the copper golem.
Those all sound really cool.
Absolutely. And to begin with, we have the glare, which is...
De glar, dijo glar, es glare. Ni ellos saben cómo pronunciarlo.
No importa. It knows that in dark areas might be monster spawn.
Yes.
So naturally, it goes to those areas and gets really grumpy about it. And that is to bring that player's attention so that the problem can be fixed.
Okay.
And we are thinking about ideas that in certain circumstances, the glare may even help you light up these areas to solve your monsters. Thinking about ideas that in certain circumstances, the glare may even if you give it an item, it will start looking for similar items lying around and bring them to you.
Okay.
And if you also play on a note block, it will drop the items on that location instead.
That's useful.
Yes, and we imagine that players can maybe use this to make the LA help you with, I don't know, sorting items or clearing up areas.
Yeah.
I think there are many possibilities.
Okay, so vote LA. I get it.
Yes, but then we have the copper golem.
Dijeron vote LA.
It's a golem made out of copper, so it's an excellent use for copper. And it will also interact with you, and since it's made out of copper, it will over time oxidize and maybe turn into a statue. But don't worry, you can deoxidize it using an axe, or it actually carries around a lightning rod on its head, so a lightning strike can also deoxidize it.
Wow!
In addition, it loves pressing buttons a little bit randomly, specifically copper buttons.
Ah, o sea, solo los de cobre.
No, le gusta más los de cobre, pero que los hace random.
Dijo specifically buttons.
All sound good.
No sé.
Choose. I think it's going to be quite difficult, but you've given them a lot to think about. So I think people will figure out what they like the most.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Jens, for coming by. I have now a creator question for you.
Hola, soy el 97 de México y tengo una pregunta para ustedes. Primera pregunta, ¿cómo deciden qué mob poner a votación cada año? Segunda pregunta, ¿cómo se le ocurre al equipo cada nuevo mob? Última pregunta, ¿se basan en los comentarios de la comunidad de fans o es inspiración del equipo?
Okay, those 3 questions I think everyone wants to know the answer of.
Yeah, well, ideas and inspiration can come from many places. Sometimes it just spontaneously appears when you're walking around in the park, or often you play other games, watching movies, or playing Minecraft. And the community is also a great help. They have so many ideas and they do so many fun things. So we have a lot of ideas to work with, and we need to figure out which ones do we want to do next. And a good way of doing that is actually playing in the game and see which areas that can be improved. I lost my train of thought.
There's so many different ways that these ideas come. And that's really exciting to hear.
Yeah.
So when the community votes on a mob today, that mob is going to move forward towards being in Minecraft. Like, how finished already is that mob, or is there a lot of work to do?
Well, of course we have the big concept that we wanted to do, but once we have the mob in the game and see how it interacts with the areas and other mobs and items, that's when you kind of find the last magic little details to make it really great.
I like hearing about the last magic details. Yes. Well, thanks, Jens. You've given everyone a lot to think about. All right, now you know what your options are. And if you already knew, you know a little more about them. Soon, I'll let you know when the first voting round goes live. For now, let's take a look at something pretty fantastic coming to Minecraft that you don't even have to vote on. Earlier this week, Lydia spoke with Fanny and Quinn from our awesome creator team over in Redmond to get a first look at some interesting things they've been working on.
A ver, ¿qué es esto?
Each year, we show you some of the cool new things made by our creators for Minecraft Marketplace. This year, we're going to do that and show you how to start creating Minecraft things yourself. I finally made my first mob. It's very weird. Fanny and Quinn are here to tell us all about how we can all become creators. Hi, Fanny and Quinn.
Hello, Lydia.
Hey, Lydia.
It's so great to be here. Like, it's just so exciting to talk about our creators, and what a better place to do it than surrounded by the art that they have created.
I know. I walked onto the set and I was like, oh my God, those are Jollycraft skins. Those are Cupcake Brianna. That's Cost Studios. It was so cool just seeing all of their skins and worlds and concepts all on the wall.
They are really amazing. I mean, the creativity from our
dicen que es arte
creators, those
de
names,
los
that makes
fans.
sense now. It's just mind-blowing.
Puede ser perfectamente que alguien hizo un juego, la fusión de un gato y un perro y lo
Explain
pusieron
to
ahí.
everyone what is a creator?
Yeah, of course. So a creator is really anybody who makes anything in Minecraft, you know, whether you're doing skins, textures, worlds, terraforming, UI, and even for me, like people that are making mods and add-ons and, you know, that kind of more developer type, those are creators too.
Definitely. For me, the way that I always like to think about it is that a creator is anyone that makes something in Minecraft and then shares it with someone else. And that can be like little Mac sharing it with their friends at school, or that could be a team of creators that sell something in the marketplace. And then everything in between, right? And our mission really is to empower all of them to make whatever their imagination is telling them to do. We want to really give you all the means, documentation, tools to be able to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's just such a cool thing to be able to work on that everybody can be a creator.
That is so cool. And Fanny, you mentioned tools. I think it's so interesting. Your team is actually building things that creators use to build things on top of. Like, what is your favorite tool that you've made?
Oh God, that is such a hard question. We have so many, but I'm going to be a little bit selfish for a second and just pick one that I worked on recently. Like, as a manager, I rarely get the chance to actually write code, which I love doing. And this time we had a game jam, and I actually picked a creator community request, which is like implement a damage command that will help you like do cool effects with other mobs. And I just worked with a designer and we created this together. And I'm so excited to know that the team is actually now taking my code and is going to ship it for real. Very excited about that.
Yeah, that was just so cool that you're able to do something just in a game jam, and then it turns into something real that our creators can use. For me, my favorite is the structure animation. Last year, we shipped a map called Suburbia by Jiggerbob that is basically this world that you can, you know, manage your city, create plots for commercial, residential, balance your economy, and every single time you place one of those plots, it animates layer by layer by layer, adding just this immersiveness and polish to the map that just makes it, I don't know, above and beyond.
That's so cool. I mean, so many of our creators are using the innovative tools that you've made to just like expand what they're working on. And we have some awesome examples of that.
Bien, es como el año pasado. Ahora están hablando de los que crean herramientas para hacer mods y add-ons y todo eso. Sí, en Bedrock pueden hacer todo ese tipo de bailes, es muy cómico. No, explotó el creeper, bueno.
Y es un creeper.
I love how many examples there were of creators just using those tools in all different ways. What's that like for you to see, Fanny, when your team
Quiero esos movimientos que tienen en Bedrock, los quiero en Java.
for our creators?
No son para nada de Minecraft, pero
parts of, like, working
me
with
gustan.
creators, you just give them one tool
Pero
or
son
two and they will
divertidos.
make
Sí,
these
sí.
crazy, amazing things. Like, many times I see their creation, I'm like, how did they even do that? Like, I know they're using our tools, but I don't know how they did that. It's so crazy.
It's mind-blowing sometimes just what they're able to do with just the small little things that we give them.
That's really, really cool. And we have a creator question for the two of you.
Hey everyone, I'm EY Stream, a Minecraft YouTuber, and I've got a question for you. Are these awesome features just for people who have experience in modding or creating content? And if we wanted to, how do people learn more about these features?
It's such a great question because the answer is no. They aren't just for, you know, advanced modders or people that have been in the community for a long time. We actually just launched a new website we call Learning Portal. It's on
pero ¿para cuándo en Java?
Minecraft.net/create, and on that site it basically gives out to all of our resources to how to learn how to
Muy
become a
interesante
creator,
todo,
learn how
pero ¿y en
Minecraft
Java?
content creation
O sea,
works.
sí,
It also links
se
out to
pueden,
a brand new
pero
implementation site that allows you to just go
no
super
tanto como en
deep
Bedrock.
into, you know, learning the components and learning entities. And then the coolest thing that we added, which is how we made our mobs, is we use the Minecraft Entity Wizard, which is created by Yanis, and it's a Blockbench plugin that allows like
Sí,
super
yo lo he
easy
usado
creation of
para mis
mobs
mods
that you can add to your own Minecraft game.
de MC Creator. Sí.
Hello everyone, my name is Yanis. I'm a software developer and Minecraft content creator. In 2017 I started to create my own 3D modeling program called Blockbench. The program is all about creating boxy, pixely models, which makes it perfect for the Minecraft art style. Today Blockbench supports many Minecraft formats, ranging from Bedrock Edition add-ons to Java Edition resource packs and mods. The program is used by Minecraft creators all around the world to create models, animations and player skins. Almost all 3D models you see on the Minecraft marketplace were made in Blockbench, and it was even used to design some of the new vanilla mobs, such as the Goat and the Axolotl.
No.
This summer I've collaborated with Mojang to create a new plugin for Blockbench. The plugin
El
makes
programa
it super
que
easy
yo
to
usé
get
lo usó
started with error
Mojang.
creation,
What?
like generating everything you need for a custom entity in just a few clicks. I'm going to
No
demonstrate
quiero
the
ver
process
cómo
by
usar
making
un
a
programa
simple
que no voy a
grizzly
usar
bear.
en mi vida.
To install the plugin, I'm heading to
Bueno,
File,
sí.
Plugins, Available, search for the Minecraft Entity Wizard and press Install. That brings up this handy shortcut on the start screen. Let's go! I'm going to pick a preset that looks similar to the grizzly, like this polar bear, and I'll use the same for the behavior. Okay, now the add-on is created on your
Example.
computer. Now let's start customizing our model using Blockbench. For this example, because we already have a bear model, I'm just going to recolor the model. Of course you could also change the whole model to turn it into something entirely different, like this butterfly that I made, and is based on the vanilla bat.
Ya llegó mi madre con mis abuelos con la comida. Y esto no empezó todavía.
Okay, this looks good. Now I'm going to press save and switch over to Minecraft. I can find our new grizzly bear pack in the behavior pack section and simply enable it. This will automatically enable the resource pack as well. Now let's check out the entity in-game. I just need to grab a spawn egg from the inventory and use it. And here's our grizzly bear. Have fun creating! It's free and works on all platforms.
Mira.
I already told you all that I made a mob, but actually all three of us made mobs because we wanted to showcase that anyone can be a creator. So Fanny, tell us about your adorable mob that you made.
Thank you. Yes, I was so excited to know that Blockbench was a thing because I immediately thought I need to add my dogs to Minecraft. I really, really love them, and I was just so excited. Like Blockbench made it very easy for me to just obsess over every single detail. Like every pixel was like, does that look like my dog? And then I also modified the geometry, especially the tails, to look like the exact twist that my dogs have. I really obsessed a lot, and I was very happy, especially when I was able to add my own animation. I'm definitely not an art person, and I just made it so that it like wiggles their tail when they are sitting. I was just so happy to be able to do that.
They turned out so good. I thought it was super cute that you're able to get both of them in there.
Thank you.
So me being kind of, born in the Pacific Northwest, outdoorsy, I mean, I'm wearing flannel on the stage. I wanted to pull something from that nature, so I made Evelyn Evergreen. She's this kind of cute little evergreen tree that you maybe see, walking around the deep forest. Kind of fantasy-driven. Then I animated the arms and the legs, just these little stick legs that kind of walk around. Just to add something, kind of cute and cool to the forests.
Her eyes are really staring right into my soul. I love it. I would love to just happen upon Evelyn in the forest. So I went a totally different direction from the two of you. I know, Quinn, you built your mob from scratch. Fanny, you built yours on top of a wolf. I built mine on top of something. I did not animate. I just wanted to do the beginner's course of Blockbench. And so I made something very near and dear to my Florida heart.
Ay, cuando vean al dragoncito.
With a twist, which is what I'm calling an alolotl, an axolotl, and an alligator.
What? Un ajolote cocodrilo.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I thought an alligator and axolotl would be super innovative when added together, but it does just look like a dragon. But I'm okay with that because I am a creator now, based on your definition, because I made that and I showed it to all of you, which seeing something that you make in a game that you've played, for me for 11 years, it was amazing.
It is so rewarding, really, to be able to just do that. So we encourage you
Me
all to
pregunto
try
si
it.
estarán en
Someone
directo,
that,
tipo,
paint
desde los
is
dos
the only skill
estudios.
that I have.
Ahora
I know
mismo.
everyone can do it. So please go install Blockbench
No
and try
tengo ni
it
idea.
out. Like we would be
Tendría sentido que sí,
so
¿no?
incredibly proud to just see.
Imagínate si se corta esa llamada ahí.
Yeah, it's available on all the platforms, and just post them on
Sería muy
Twitter, post them on
gracioso.
wherever you do, and we'll probably run across some of those, and we love seeing them.
Oh, I can't wait to see what everyone else creates. And I mean, I think that our mobs are definitely ready for the mob vote next year, so we don't have to work on anything else.
No votaría ninguno. Bueno, sí a los perros, sí.
The team about that.
Los perros sí,
So
necesitamos
we're
más tipos de
professional
perros.
creators, obviously, by our mobs, even though they're lovely. But Quinn, you get to work with people who, this is their full-time job, making Minecraft content for Marketplace. What is that like?
It's something that I'm just immensely proud of. Like being able to see so many people engage in the marketplace and allow creators to become full-time Minecraft content creators as their careers. I mean, I think it's incredible too because the marketplace doesn't just support these huge studios, but we also have really small independent creators that make just texture packs, or like Shalakrin Schematics, that's just a family on the West Coast that makes their own worlds. And the fact that the marketplace can support all of them and make it their full-time jobs is something that is just so cool.
There's so much new content that our creators have made that we put together a video with some of our favorites from this past year.
Ay, la música.
Sí.
It almost feels like a dream that I'm making a living making
Dream.
content for the marketplace.
Ay, se puede romper
It
todo,
is
genial.
the best job that I could possibly ask for.
Sí, no. Es un no.
Sí, pero obviamente es un no. Oh, me llaman a almorzar. Me llevo el celular por si se hace la hora.
Ok.
Ahora vuelvo. Avísame por WhatsApp porque no voy a estar mirando Twitter todo el rato.
Paint is the only skill that I have.
¿Qué estás viendo ahora, Eli?
No sé, están hablando. Siguen hablando.
No, a mí me siguen mostrando mods.
Y se da una idea de cómo puedo buscar los emoticones de la reina. Porque me sale puro fanart. Quiero ver.
Hay una página que es con la que hago en lo que estoy trabajando, ¿no? Y ahí creo que puede que estén los sprites, pero no vas a poder descargarlos, es solo capturar pantalla. Bueno, no sé, es raro.
Oh.
Ah, está mostrando live Minecons pasadas.
Sí.
The update aquatic. Village and pillage.
The village of pillage.
Seriously, like, I'm so excited.
Bees! Bees! Let's look at some bees.
To finally have a nether update. Holiday update will have the cats, pandas, bamboo and scaffolding.
Caves and cliffs update.
Qué bonito.
David Niesagen.
I am the one that gets to decide how difficult the bosses are.
こんな感じで The results of the first vote are in.
The winner is
Taiga. Mountains.
It's
The glow squid.
Your chance to have a say in what goes into Minecraft.
Yo viví todo eso. Bueno, no esto que está mostrando ahora, que son cosplay, pero las votaciones todas. Qué recuerdos.
Se acaba de comer una foto.
¿Qué?
No sé, se acaban de comer una foto. No sé, el negrito se comió una foto, no sé. Se comió algo. Me pareció papel.
Ah, recién lo veo. Atrasalo un poquito. What the fuck, sacaron algo de una caja, qué asco.
What should I do now? Moppy.
El mob no estuve con eso, pero fue el Phantom.
10 years ago, I stepped on the Minecon stage for the first time. I still get nervous and excited every single time I'm on this stage, but mostly I feel incredibly honored to be in front of you. I hope what you see and feel from each of us at Mojang Studios is our passion for Minecraft and our gratitude to all of you in our amazing community. Okay, now before I get way too even more savvy than I was, let's head over to Boo and hear more about the adorable mobs that you must pick between.
A ver, los mobs. O sea, ya los vimos, no quise decir.
Here we go. It's almost time to vote. Before we do though, let's take a quick look at your choices once more.
Ok, ahora sí los van a mostrar de
A
vuelta.
mob that lets players know when they're in an area that's dark enough for monsters. You can bring it with you, and it will fly to dark areas. When it gets grumpy, you'll know that it's dark enough for monsters to spawn. Then there's the allay. If you give it an item, it will collect matching ones for you. It also loves music, so if there's a note block nearby, that's where it will drop these items for you. And finally, the copper golem. A little golem that you yourself can make out of copper. They oxidize over time and will eventually freeze into statues. They love spending their time randomly pressing copper buttons, which would also be added to the game if the copper golem wins the vote. So those are your choices, and they are all so amazing. How will you choose? Jens gave us a lot to think about. And now you need to decide which mob you think you'd enjoy the most during your time playing Minecraft.
El Ale.
Any of them would be useful, but choose your favorite and go vote for it now. Yes, that's right. The poll is now open. To cast your vote, make sure you're logged into your account. Go to the Minecraft Twitter account and find the
Ale.
launch poll with
Lo quiero mostrar en cámara, no sé si se ve.
Don't forget to click on the mob you most want to play Minecraft.
Le di al Ale.
You can do it
Muy
right
bien.
now. After the
Dice,
first round of votes,
creo que fui el primero en
I'll
votar
so we
XD.
can open the final round.
Greetings. My name is Narita. I'm the star of the Minecraft YouTube channel.
Ok. Se va actualizando.
Star of the Minecraft YouTube channel.
We're here to tell you about all the excellent shows you can watch on our channel. Subscribe tomorrow.
Don't you mean subscribe today?
Ok, va ganando el Ale, pero está muy cerca el Copper Golem.
No.
These are just some of the questions you can ask our studio's brightest minds on Ask Mojang.
We've actually received a question for us.
51% Ally, 40% Golem, 9% el Glare. Nadie quiere el Glare. Ay. Ay, Dios.
Well, I did. Until I started watching this informative series that goes behind the blocks of every part of Minecraft Dungeons development.
Do they show the footage of you tearfully begging to be put in the game?
Cada vez que reinicia tienen más seguidores, me da miedo. Va a llegar a los 500.800.000 en cualquier segundo. Ok, Glare 10%, Ally 51%, Copper Golem 39%. Igual recordad que son 2 rondas, esta es la primera, acá se elimina uno. Seguramente se elimina el Glare porque va perdiendo miserablemente. Y luego va a estar muy cerca entre ambos, tanto el Ally como el Copper Golem. Queda 1 minuto de votación. ¡Ah! ¡Va ganando el Ally! ¡Soy feliz! Ya llegó a los 500.800.000 seguidores, wow. Claro, a lo que la gente va a votar, tipo, se dan cuenta, ah, no estoy siguiéndolo. Ok, lo sigo.
Have a great Minecraft live, everyone. No, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and only watch my.
Estos dos personajes son re graciosos. Ok, Minecraft Dungeons.
Now let's welcome Laura to talk all about Minecraft Dungeons. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
So you have a pretty cool job at Mojang Studios.
Yeah.
Encuesta finalizando, Eli. El Glare quedó con 10%, el Ally con 51% y el Copper Golem con 38%. Bien. A ver si lo puedo mostrar en cámara.
Hopefully make the game a bit better.
That does sound
Le voy a sacar
cool.
captura.
You and the Dungeons team have been working so hard recently, and you've recently had a couple of really cool releases.
Yeah, it's been crazy. We recently released to Steam, and I did something that they never recommended to do, but I did it anyway, and I read the reviews. And,
bien, resultados finales, ya estuvo. Muy bien, el Ale ganó esta ronda.
Yeah, we were so proud to see how much the community loves it. So yeah, we were very happy. And also this week we've released the Spookier Fall update, which brings back a lot of spooky modifiers to the game.
Me acabo de dar cuenta de algo de Queen.
Sí.
Que es que viste que en la parte de la cabeza, la partecita de atrás, tiene como una sombra con... ¿Cómo decirlo?
It's a lot of fun to stare at while you're playing, but it might distract you a little.
Como con cositas, no sé. Bueno, pero me hace acordar de esa partecita negra que tiene, como al ventilador de las computadoras.
Ah, tiene eso. Ah, no me acordaba de eso. Porque casi nunca la vemos ahí detrás, así que... Las animaciones de Minecraft Dungeons son muy buenas, para ser honestos, en los shaders y todo. Ok, sí, Glare 11%, Ally 51%, Copper Golem 38%. Resultados finales. ¡Ah! ¡1 millón de votos! ¡Ay!
¿1 millón?
1 millón de votos.
1 millón de votos.
Help. Se lo voy a mandar a Iván a ver qué opina.
Ella cuál quería.
El Glare.
Ah.
Sí, bueno. Pasas que cosas, ¿no? Capaz se olvidó que era hoy la cosa y no votó. What the fuck, los vi haciendo unos bailes a los bichos estos de Minecraft Dungeon. ¿Qué onda? A ver. Ivana dice que está en línea, pero no le llegan mis mensajes. Qué curioso. Wow.
Cuando lo Ivana.
So there's a lot going on in that video and a lot to talk about, but why don't we start with, now that DLC is done, what are seasonal adventures?
Right, yeah. Now that we are over with the story of the Orb of Dominance, we sat together with our friends at Double 11 and we started working on seasonal adventures, which are a new way for the player to progress through the game and increase in ranks, gather points, and hopefully get cool rewards at the end.
That sounds amazing. Yeah. So how long did they last?
Right. Seasonal adventures, although the name is seasonal, will be infinite technically.
Okay.
So, for instance, say we release seasonal adventure number 2, you will always be able to go back to seasonal adventure number 1, gather some rewards there, go back to number 2, gather some rewards there. So it's a bit up to you what you decide to do with it.
That's amazing. So it just lasts forever. You get the new content and you still have the old content.
All the content.
And speaking of content, what are some of these new things that players can unlock?
Right, yeah, we added tons of new
Ahí lo vio Ivana.
completely new to the Minecraft universe.
A ver qué escribe. Se enteró.
We have things like
bueno.
I am in love with all of them.
Rambo está muerto para mí. Rambo no votó.
You get to show off a little bit and get some shininess there. Also, we got in some emotes, which are these little dances or little expressions you can do with your character.
Show off a little.
Yeah, exactly, and have some fun with your friends. Why not, like we see here, having a party. Also, we added tons of new capes because everyone loves capes, and tons of new skins, just in case we were missing.
That's a lot of skins.
Yeah, that's a ton of skins. Yes.
Well, now we have a question from a Minecraft creator.
Right.
Hey, Strawberry17 here, and I have a question. Will there be free content included as a part of seasonal adventures?
The answer is yes. We always try to make sure there's content for everyone, regardless. So for seasonal adventures, there'll always be a free.
Ahora Iván está insultando a Lala ahí. Perdón.
There'll be different.
Perdón.
And you'll be able to do whichever you want at any time. So yeah, we wanted to cater everyone.
That's great. So how do you earn rewards?
Right. You will be able to get adventure points all throughout the game, meaning that doing the regular stuff you do, you'll get them. Like, say you do the daily trial. At the end of the daily trial, you get adventure points. Also, we implemented new weekly challenges. So we'll ask you, like, this week, if you beat 100 zombies, you'll get extra adventure points.
A lot of zombies.
Yeah, people do it so fast. I'm also impressed. And also, the best way to get adventure points is in the tower.
Okay, the tower, which we have not.
Bueno.
So what is the tower?
The tower is another free single-player feature that we've added to camp. So you'll be able to see this gigantic tower in the camp. I love how it turned out. And it is a space with 30 different floors. Each floor harder than the one before, and you'll get to fight the arena mobs. You'll get to fight the bosses. You'll get to meet some new tower inhabitants, and hopefully explore around and be able to.
No.
So you will start with a completely blank character from the bottom, and you'll be able to find new gear as you progress.
Okay.
So yeah, the floors get more difficult, your character gets stronger, and you can test your skill.
That sounds really fun. So let's take a look at some live gameplay of the tower right now. And for that, we have JP. Hi, JP.
Hello. How do you like my throne?
I think you stole that throne from the Arch-Illager.
I think he stole it from me.
Looking
Speaking of my stuff, let's go loot the tower.
Nice.
So what are we seeing here, Laura?
Right, so we prepared some special floors to showcase here. So this is an example of a very early floor in the tower. So if you see JP's tower avatar has very little amount of gear, and yeah, you'll be always have the context that you're high up in the tower, right?
So cool.
Yeah. We also wanted to make sure that the tower was this whimsical, magical space. So yeah, we have a boat, we have a river, why not? So you'll be able to find a ton of magical spaces and new characters to meet. So yeah, this level is quite easy, as you can see, since it's very early on.
Yeah, JP's doing really well.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and we can see a sneak peek up there in that balcony. That's
Ay, no le avisa a Franco, qué boludo.
yeah, that's
No.
that will guide you through the tower, and yeah,
Ese es tu único trabajo.
Wow, JP did really well.
Yeah,
Maybe it was
so fast.
too easy.
Yeah.
So each of these levels generates itself, but you can come back for up to 2 weeks and replay the same thing.
Right, yeah, our tower runs will be seeded, and they will change every 2 weeks, meaning that for 2 weeks you'll be able to learn what happens in every floor. So say I reach floor 5 and I get defeated at floor 5. So then next time around, I'll remember, I should have chosen a different
Para
weapon,
esa
and then I
canción
bet I could
en
have done it.
directo.
So yeah, you can share those tips with your friends, and you can learn together how to go through the tower.
Quiero que mires.
Ah, para.
Un segundito.
Sí, sí, sí.
Da igual si está haciendo el directo por
¡Ah, qué bonita! ¡Qué bonita!
Here we've prepared a sample of what a harder floor could look like. So
Ah, ya vi lo que decías. Sí, pero yo creo que eso es sombra nomás.
Capaz que sí, no sé. Como tenía
Eso, sí, sí,
como
ese
picos.
instalado, sí, sí, sí.
Sí.
Qué bonita. Muy bien, ya quiero ver cuando lo colores. Lo voy a mostrar en cámara. Ah. Sí, esto de Minecraft Dungeon la verdad es como muy piola, pero jamás lo voy a jugar, o sea.
Sí.
Una versión así que dijeras gratis de PC como Java, entonces, wow. Bueno, Java no es gratis, pero se puede piratear más fácil.
JP's not doing so good right now. No. Oh, JP, that was a valiant attempt.
Yes.
Really, really good.
That was so good.
So, you've talked about so many new things.
Yeah.
When will people get to see them?
Right. We'll get to see them. Hopefully everyone will get to play in December. So, very, very soon.
That is very soon. Thank you.
Igual Ivana al principio estaba muy como... Hay que respetar la opinión de todos. Ahora, todos mis homies odian al Alay. Ayuda. Se pasó el respeto por las... Bueno. Ahora no sé si vas adelantado o si vas atrasado, porque escuché al guacho.
Ah, sí. Bueno, parece que aparece otra vez.
No, estoy voy atrasado. ¿Eh? A ver, animación. A ver.
Try not to get this one stuck in your head all week. I only say this because it's been stuck in mine.
¡Una animación, do!
Have you discovered all the features in part 1 of the Caves and Cliffs?
La cabra.
Las velas, el lichen, las ametistas.
¿Sí estás ahí?
Sí. La cabra. Los dribles. Ay, Ay, Dios. Dios, todas las cosas nuevas. Qué bonito. Ay, la cabra.
Well, it's been quite the turnout for our first round of mob voting. You have
Se cerró el Zoom,
made your
por eso no está hablando
decision,
Eli.
and now one mob must go. We have the glare, the allay, and the copper golem. But you, the community, have spoken, and now one mob must leave the race. And that mob is the glare.
El glare, sí.
So that still leaves two amazing mobs to choose from. Which one do you want? Will it be the allay or the copper golem? How do you see yourself playing and interacting with them in the future? Which one will make your
hola.
life easier or more fun? Or like the year of the Phantom, way
Hola.
more terrifying.
Hola, hola.
Don't
Muy
worry
bien.
about what anyone
Ahí está
else
mostrando
wants.
cómo
This is all about you
eliminaron
and
el
how you
glare.
wanna play Minecraft. But make your decision quickly.
Ya está la votación. Ok, hala ahí.
There's a brand
Hola, hola,
new
hola, hola.
poll just posted to the Minecraft Twitter account.
Lo voy a avisar Franco.
Two mob
Sí,
finalists to
avísale,
choose
rápido,
from.
rápido.
Make sure you're logged onto Twitter and click the mob that you just can't wait to spend your days and nights with in the game. Your vote really counts, so don't miss out on your chance to change Minecraft.
Está, ya le mandé como 50 mensajes.
I'm going to vote for, and I think I can see Jens voting right now.
¿Cuánto queda
Jens.
de votación?
2 minutos.
Ah, 2 minutos.
Okay,
Sí.
so I know this will come as a surprise
como la
to
otra fue tan
pretty much
corta.
all of you. But I definitely didn't love
Ya voté,
everything
dice
about
Franco, muy bien.
Maybe that would have been different.
Ok.
I had Minecraft in my classes. Minecraft education.
Ok, 54 el Alley, 46 el Copper Golem. Ah, están cerca. Al menos están más lejos que el año pasado con los otros dos, ¿no? Pero con el Glow Squid y con el Ice ayer, pero está fuerte. Ah, bien, ya está, ganó. No, ya está, no quise decir. Parece ser, para mí, en mi parecer. Queda un minuto.
Queda un minuto.
400.000 votos.
Let's take a look at how Minecraft is being used in classrooms around the world by kids who didn't get in trouble just for telling everyone that homework was canceled forever.
55 el Alley, 45 el Golem.
55 el ala y 45 el Copper.
Hay 10% de diferencia.
We have different classes such as Braille and Sign Language. We reached out to one of our teachers.
Ah, sí, lo que están mostrando.
Take a look at what
De la
these girls
escuela.
built. A school of the future. They thought about clean energy and inclusive design.
An interesting fact about our building.
¡No!
To build a playground. It was very fun to make.
Los nenes hacían una presentación con Minecraft de fondo.
Into Minecraft worlds.
Under the guidance of my educator Kamal.
¿Te imaginas que nos dejaran hacer eso?
Ay, estaría buenísimo.
Bueno chicos, la Segunda Guerra Mundial en Minecraft. Este es mi campo de concentración. Los aldeanos.
They're not just building blocks, they're building super useful skills. Games
A
like
ver. 54 el ala y 46 el golem. Ok.
A ver, repetir.
54 Ally, 46 Golem. Por ciento, ¿no? Igual dice encuesta finalizando, así que ya está. Igual todos los comentarios son tipo... No, sí, es una mezcla de los dos realmente.
Wales designed more sustainable rugby stadiums.
Ok, bien. Wow, 800.000 votos, qué locura.
And in Slovakia, young people imagined a bee sanctuary in Minecraft.
During this build, I learned that bees do this thing called swarming.
We can live more sustainably, we can treat one another better, and can we all agree that learning should always be fun?
Resultados finales, ganó el Ally. ¡Ganó el Ally! ¡Ah, soy feliz! Soy feliz. Hace 2 años no había ganado algo que votaba yo. Ah. A ver, lo van a revelar ahora acá. Estás ahí todavía, ¿no?
Sí, sí, sí.
Muy bien.
Now it's the big moment. Let's talk to Agnes about the next update. Welcome back.
¡La siguiente actualización!
How's the show felt for you?
Super good. Like, I think it's really fun.
No me spoilees nada. Si ves algo, grita, pero no me digas qué es.
I'm feeling
Okay.
nostalgic since this is number 10, and I have to say, I was the 7th employee, the first woman on the team, and when I see you in Minecraft, I just feel so excited about where we're going.
Thank you. That was very sweet of you. And of course, we many that lead it together, but I'm like the creative lead, and I'm super happy about that. But it feels quite surreal because I also used to be a Minecraft player and love this game, and I'm very happy and lucky to be here.
Yes, I think we all feel that way, and it's so cool having so many people on the team who play and love it and care about it, and like we all feel like, I mean, we are part of the community.
Creo que en el tuyo ya están hablando de la siguiente actualización.
Now, Agnes,
Sí.
you are going to
ya hablaron.
reveal
Ay, pará.
what the next update is.
Yes.
A ver.
Okay. So the next update is called the Wild Update.
The Wild Update!
The Wild Update sounds very, very intriguing.
¿Qué?
So what does it encompass?
So the word wild mainly means like 2 things for us. So the first thing is like beautiful nature, and the second thing is like really scary challenges and adventures.
Ooh, that sounds
What?
awesome. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have some of our gameplay designers come and tell us more about specific things about the Wild Update, because there's
La actualización
We
salvaje.
have the first one here, which is our Deep Dark expert,
El Deep Dark. A ver.
Hello.
Hi, Brandon. Welcome.
Thank you.
So we've moved the Deep Dark into this update. Can you talk to us more about why?
Yes, I mean, one of the biggest things about the Deep Dark and the Warden and the Skulk is that it's just expanded, it's gotten bigger, and we really wanted to make sure that we did this right and that we didn't just rush it. That includes even unique loot inside the Deep Dark as well. And, we also want to make sure that let's actually look at some of the new things that we have in it right now, which is the ancient cities.
Ancient cities?
Awesome. I can't wait. Oh, wow.
What? Perdón que grite, pero... No, eso... ¡Ay, qué miedo! La música. What? Quiero esto. No, man. Con razón tardaban tanto. ¡Ah! Vale la pena la espera. Ay, what? ¿Qué está pasando? Ayuda, me dice Iván. ¿Dónde guarden? Guarden.
Wow, it's like both beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Like, I have so many emotions when I look at that Deep Dark biome.
Yes, I mean, we really didn't want the Deep Dark biome to just be, caves or just skulks spread around. We wanted it to add a bit more mystery to it. And, there's this ancient city, and what is it doing there? We're not going to tell the players, we're just going to let them go throughout and explore and see what they come to. And there's even this, ancient structure in the middle of every single city, and it's got something interesting about it that you're going to have to explore in game.
It's really cool. I like, it feels like a place you want to explore.
Yes, I love that it really deepens the mystery of Minecraft. Like, Minecraft is all about player stories, and Deep Dark definitely inspires the
Ay, ahora se fomenta el lore de Minecraft.
Last year you showed us the Skulk sensor, but I know you've been working on a little Skulk family. It's a Skulk family.
¿Van a explicar los Skulk? A ver.
So cute.
They're not so friendly, no. Yeah, last year we focused a lot on the Skulk sensor, but since then we've kind of been trying to figure out what do all the different blocks in the Skulk family do. And one of them actually is something called a Skulk catalyst.
Skulk catalyst,
and
¿qué hace?
the main thing about the Skulk catalyst is it's actually what causes the Skulk to spread. As you can see here, whenever a mob dies, such as a zombie, near the Skulk catalyst, it actually spreads Skulk underneath it. And the amount is based on how much XP that zombie would have dropped.
Es como cosas con almas raras, es rarísimo.
It's kind of overgrown with all these Skulk blocks, so that means that lots of mobs have died there.
Quite a lot, yes.
Make it less scary. Oh, and as you can see here, when you mine,
necesita toque ese.
You actually get enchanting points.
Yes, and of course, if you still want to get some of the blocks for decoration or something, you can just use a Silk Touch.
And then we have the Skulk
El
Shrieker.
Shrieker, ¿qué hace? ¿Qué hace? ¿Qué hace?
This block is activated.
What?
It's gonna give that really scary shriek sound that you heard now.
What?
And it also gives this darkness effect. It's like pulsating darkness.
Sí. Ay.
Even see now when you're sneaking and you step on a Skulk sensor, even sneaking.
Ahora sí, Eli, Minecraft es un juego de miedo.
Ahora sí. To our younger viewers, in a minute we're gonna show you a clip that's a little scarier, but I mean, Brandon, those have so many things that players can do with them. Like, what do you imagine them doing?
I think the Skulk Catalyst is going to be really interesting because, you know, when you could create a mob farm with it, like through the tech community. Usually when a mob dies, it doesn't drop XP unless you, the player, actually kills it. So with this, you might be able to create some sort of XP farm.
Ooh.
There's lots of opportunities.
And you can build like experiences for other players. Like, imagine building like a haunted mansion or a really dark forest, and then you have the shriekers.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
You know, when players out walking and then they activate the shriek and hear like.
That's amazing. Or you do that all around your world, and just whenever anyone's visiting,
I'm not gonna visit your world.
Shriekers are just shrieking. We have a community question for you.
Hi, it's Jinjun from Germany, and my question is, what was the inspiration behind the Shrieker?
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting question. From the art side, we actually had the inspiration behind the human larynx, which is like the vocal cord or vocal structure or something, just something that represents kind of creating sounds.
Yo creo que el Shrieker era el Shrieker.
First of all, the warden spawns in a unique way.
Bueno, el Shrieker este va a llamar al Warden. En realidad todo llama al Warden por el hacer ruido, ¿no? Pero...
Skulk Shriekers, then the warden won't come, but
wake up!
If you do make too many noises and the Skulk Shrieker activates too many times, the warden will come.
No.
Ay, está viendo. Ay, vos lo estás viendo desde. A ver.
Ay. No.
Son horribles según lo que me estás diciendo.
¿De dónde viene?
Toda oscuridad, toda esa oscuridad. Darker yet darker. Cuando lo rompes. What the fuck? ¡Salió del piso! ¡Salió del piso!
¿Dónde?
Esto me recuerda al disco 11. Ay, no. Ay, no veo nada. Ok, está corriendo. Ay, lo persigue. Ay, se murió. Bueno.
I'm kind of back to thinking that the Skulk family is very
Pero salió del suelo, eso fue.
Sí,
Salió del suelo.
Definitely a lot to unpack. I mean, the first thing is that the warden actually emerges underground, so that means you know that wardens are kind of in the deep dark, in the walls, under the floor.
Eso quiere decir que se va a poder transportar entre bloques. Eso es nuevo.
Of course, you can sneak around and try to be, quiet and not to get detected, but unfortunately, the warden's still going to be able to sniff you out and find where you are, and if it sniffs you while you're really close by, then it's going to start noticing you.
Wait, so basically the warden is like, smell that? It's happening, and just like going?
Te huele. En realidad debería ser que te escucha, no que te huele, pero...
Sí.
Porque es ciego el guardián.
We haven't really had it before, so you are in the deep dark, everything's super dark, and you're sneaking, trying to find the treasures, trying to avoid the warden. I think it's something really exciting with that.
Imagínate tener uno de esos debajo de tu casa, te quieres matar.
No, gracias.
And I just love how much you've expanded the deep dark to feel it's so immersive.
Yes, definitely.
Comparado a como está el año pasado, es tipo muchísimo más.
That's my job.
Yeah, so expert. Like, if you want to do something scary, it's like, Brandon.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you so much, Brandon.
So, Agnes, the deep dark is one part, this sort of very adventurous side of the wild update, which the name is starting to really become clear after talking to Brandon. And then the other part you said
¿Qué es
is
la
really
otra parte?
more of that beauty and,
Algo bonito, a ver.
Yes, so we want to celebrate the wilderness of Minecraft, and one thing we want to focus on is immersion. So when you play Minecraft, we really want you to feel that you're inside the Minecraft world. Like we are now. So beautiful. And we also want to focus, or have focused on biome diversity. So we want to find like unique identity for different biomes. For example, the birch forest, as you can see in this beautiful concept. So in the birch forest, you want it to be like light and peaceful, and the sun reaches the ground. The trees are taller, and the flowers, things like that.
It's really beautiful. It looks very Swedish in the birch forest.
Flores, hongos.
That's actually very Swedish forest. Yeah,
it's gorgeous. And then you want to add more atmosphere to the different biomes, but there's one biome that you want. I mean, I would say you're giving it quite an overhaul. It's getting a lot more in the wild state.
That's true. That's the swamp. It's just so amazing. It's such a beautiful concept art, and as you can see here, the atmosphere is really different from the bird.
Pero van a añadir la rana y todo.
It really is. It's amazing.
Porque te acordás la votación que salió.
Designers here and our swamp expert Corey. Welcome, Corey.
A ver.
Hey, it's absolutely wild to be here.
Oh no, Corey. The puns are so quick to start.
It's Corey after all.
Yeah, it's very on brand. So you're going to tell us about all of the there's a lot of exciting
Para Eli, deténgase.
So what are we getting?
Yes, there are a lot of awesome things coming. The first of which is the boat with the chest in it.
Sí.
Bueno, calmate.
Sí, ok, tranqui. Bien, las cosas que... sí, las cosas que yo voté en 2019. Ay, no te creo. Decime que las ranas. Botes con cofres, sí.
It's so useful.
And relaxing.
Yes, and especially now, in Caves and Cliffs Part 2, we have even wider rivers, so it's easier to travel on water, so it's gonna be like extra useful.
Yeah, and like in the aquifers as well.
Yes, so like when you go rafting in the caves, you can like put your diamonds in the chest in your boat. Oh,
it's really amazing. And you've been working on what I think now will be my favorite tree in Minecraft.
Yes, we're adding the mangrove tree to Minecraft. So as you can see here, this is a propagule. Propagules grow from mangrove trees. They're actually like ready to grow mini mangroves growing from the mangrove. And you can see here the mangrove tree grows propped up on root blocks.
Eso es nueva madera.
Vines hanging down from the leaves. The propagules are actually growing underneath the
leaves.
Sí, es nueva madera. Themselves. And I really like how the propagules are looking here. And okay, I'm just gonna nerd out on propagules for a minute. Okay, so in real life, the propagules grow, like I said, from the mangrove tree. And then when they fall into the water or like let's say they fall into water, they could float for up to a year before they plant themselves in the like water, underneath the water or on land, wherever they happen to land. And mangrove trees themselves are actually amazing for like local ecosystems, fighting climate change, for local communities. They're just super trees, and I'm really, really excited that we're adding them to Minecraft.
That's awesome. And this is the first sapling that you can plant underwater.
Yeah, you can plant it underwater and on land as well.
That's so cool. When you first showed me the mangroves and you talked about your favorite thing, the propagules, I actually remember playing in mangroves in Florida, and we would use them to like write in the sand because they're super cool.
That's adorable.
So seeing them in Minecraft is just so exciting. And of course, where there's a new tree, there must be a new wood type.
Yes, the mangroves do.
La nueva madera.
And like always when we add a new tree, we are so happy, like we get so many questions from the community, like, will there be a new wood type? and therefore we're so happy that we were able to add a new wood type for the mangroves.
Wow.
And look at it.
Se parece a la de acacia,
And you also
pero
don't see like all the blocks
está muy
here.
bonito.
It's gonna be like a full set for the wood types. It's gonna be like doors and trapdoors and so on.
That's gorgeous. I love it.
I'm so excited about mangroves, but I just need to mention another thing, because we decided to go with like really big roots, and I think those are so cool, and we actually prototyped quite a lot back and forth, and it's a bit tricky to decide how the roots should look like, as you see in this picture here. But now I'm so happy that we went with the like multi-block roots, because for example when you like go with a boat and then you can go under the mangroves, and I think that adds such a nice feeling to it. Yeah, like in this picture. It's really nice atmosphere.
That's beautiful.
I really agree. And like when I was testing, I really loved that feeling of like being underneath it, being like this huge feeling. And I wanted more. I wanted to be surrounded by mangroves. So I was like, why don't I just make a mangrove swamp biome where I'm completely surrounded by them? So as you can see in this video, walking around, you're just completely surrounded in the mangrove swamp. It's just mangroves as far as the eye can
Pero va a
see.
tener
Just like
tierra.
and you have all the mangroves
Va a tener
propped up on the
micelio.
roof, growing in the water, so you can take your boat underneath like Agnes likes, and you're just completely surrounded by the awesome beauty of it.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, and I mean during sunset, every time I was testing, I would actually like pause the day-night cycle just to watch the sunset in the mangrove swamp. It was super beautiful.
That's absolutely gorgeous. I noticed that was not dirt.
Good eye, Lydia. That was wet dirt, otherwise known as mud.
That's amazing. So you've actually added mud to do something really cool.
Yeah, so we're adding really cool renewability mechanics to mud. The first of which is if you take a dirt block and pour a water bottle on it, then you can get more mud. And then the other one is if you take your mud block and you stick it on top of the dripstone, it will sort of like drip the water out of the mud and eventually dry it out, which turns into clay.
I love the renewable clay. Like I always need more bricks. So perfect.
Yeah, your local mason isn't going to be super happy with you though.
It's actually true. I have this one mason, it's diamond tier mason in my village, and I always trade with them.
You're taking a villager's job.
They might be a bit upset now, but still renewable clay.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And you're also using mud to make a new block.
Yes, we're also adding mud bricks.
Mud bricks?
So, mud bricks are a really, really exciting like building block. And as you can see here, the brick texture is actually different than the other stone bricks that we have in the game. So they're sort of smaller, more compact, but it is really cool like to build with. It matches a lot of different block sets, and I'm really excited to build with them.
I love the look of them. They're awesome. So beautiful. We have a creator question for the two of you.
どうもこんにちはプチプチです。私からの質問はねこちらになります。どうして泥レンガを追加することにしたのでしょうか?
I'm so excited they asked this question because I really wanted to answer it. So the main reason that I wanted to add mud bricks to the game is that I really wanted people to feel like they're okay. All around the world, there are houses built out of mud bricks. So many people around the world have houses, buildings using mud bricks, and I really wanted people who are playing Minecraft to feel like they could build their home and feel like they're at home in Minecraft. So I'm really glad we got to add them for that reason.
Amazing.
Yes, and it's so important for us that like everyone feels equally welcome when playing Minecraft.
Oh, that is absolutely amazing. Now, so we have like amazing new trees. We have mud everywhere. We definitely need something very cute.
Yeah.
La rana.
Very cute and quite derpy because we're adding frogs.
La rana! What? Wow, luce muy distinta, pero la amo.
They are cute and derpy. That's the perfect description of them. The croaking is amazing.
And did you see the one that jumped like backwards?
In the water.
Silly frogs. Yes. And they do love to jump around, and especially on lily pads, and actually also on big drip leaves.
Anunciaron las ranas, los nuevos tipos de madera con los ladrillos de lodo.
¿Ladrillos de lodo?
Sí.
Maybe it's a like frog slide.
Suena raro, pero parece que existe. Y mostraron las ranas, tuvieron un rediseño.
Another little tiny creature to this update.
¿Otra más?
The fireflies.
¡Ah!
So you can
¡Mariposas!
roaming around, adding a lot of ambience to the swamp.
No son mariposas, son luciérnagas.
My favorite part of them is just making the world come to life, like feeling like there is life.
Igual son las que
around
rana
you.
parecen.
Oh yeah, also they're frog food. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. They're frog food.
Ah, they're frog food.
Yeah, but look how happy that frog is.
Yeah, and they're beautiful frog food. So you can both enjoy them in the atmosphere, and the frogs get to eat. So that's, you know.
Everybody wins.
Now, we're calling them fireflies, but Corey, is that what you called them?
Actually, no, we call them.
And in Swedish,
it's eldflugor, and that's actually literally translates to fireflies.
Okay. It's very interesting. It became like a lot of people talking about what you called it growing up. But we're really excited to have fireflies or lightning bugs in the game.
Lightning bugs.
I want to know more about baby frogs.
Yes, so all baby mobs in Minecraft are just like tiny versions of the grown-ups, but with frogs we're actually adding tadpoles.
¿Eh? ¿Cómo se llaman? ¡Renacuajos!
Once again, you deliver on the promise of cute and derpy with the tadpoles.
And you can pick them up in a bucket.
That's actually extra helpful for the tadpoles, because we have frog variants, and when a tadpole grows up, it will pick a variant depending on the temperature in the biome it grows up in. So for example, if it grows up in a really cold place, it's going to turn into a snowy frog.
Snowy
As you
frog.
can see here. So the frogs have kind of like two main systems. One is the tadpole system, and the other one is the cold-blooded system. So the frogs are like the first cold-blooded animal in Minecraft.
O en ambientes fríos.
And in real life, there actually are frog variants that pick a color depending on, or they adapt their color depending on temperature. And we wanted to have that in Minecraft. We wanted to Minecraftify it. So therefore, the tadpole's gonna pick a variant instead, depending on the temperature.
That's so cool. And there are 3 variants.
Yes, it's gonna be 3 variants.
Okay, so we've seen 2. What's the third one?
The third one is the tropical frog. So let's say you were venturing out into the desert or the jungle, and you take your tadpole with you, and if it grows up, it's a tropical frog. And what I really love about the tropical frogs is how just relaxed they look, and they like blending into the sand almost. They're just so relaxed, just chilling there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think there was a reason that they were colored that way.
There is a reason that they are white. So I was reading a lot about frogs. Always when we had something new, we read up a lot. It's super fun because we can be really geeky. And then,
wow, se viene cargada la siguiente actualización,
For example, in Angola, Botswana, and Kenya. And that frog can actually turn almost white to avoid overheating. So that's like the inspiration.
No porque todo lo que añadan es necesariamente nuevo, pero porque es bastante heavy.
You have these different color variations, but you also have something else special about the frogs.
Yes, so each frog variant is going to have something unique that will be useful for the players. But we actually don't even know what that is yet, because we are working on the frogs right now.
O sea, van a tener un drop.
So Corey,
Te quieren que mates a la rana.
Which frog is your favorite?
It's gotta be the snowy frog. They look so cozy.
Ooh, I'm tropical frog. I'm very interested to see which one the community loves the most.
I love them
all of them. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for joining us, Corey, and taking us into a deep dive of all really cool swamp things.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you, Corey.
I'm just gonna hop on out of here.
Bye, Corey.
Hop on, claro.
I like that though.
This is quite an awesome update, and I mean, I really see the name for the wild update. You get a bit of everything in it.
Wow.
Yes, and I love the contrast. Yeah, as you can see in this pretty concept art, it's really like that beautiful nature and the super terrifying deep dark, and I love that contrast between these two things.
It's absolutely amazing. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show, and as always, the time has flown by, and a lot has happened during this show. So let's look back at some of the biggest announcements, and then we will reveal the winning mob.
Sí, que todos ya saben cuál es el que ganó.
Obvio.
El ala y el ala.
El año que viene, claro.
Los amps, los amps, los amps. Yo sabía, porque eran de esas cosas que no las descartan, pero las dejan en su caja de ideas y no tienen, no tienen tipo la seguridad de venir nunca, realmente.
Ay, los botes con la cosa. Ah, pará. ¿Se pueden hacer botes de distintas maderas ahora?
Siempre, sí.
Recién me entero.
Sí. Pero van a tener cofres, eso es lo nuevo. No se puede tener ahora mismo, ¿sí? No, no se puede con nada ahora mismo. A ver el mob.
Hey Jens, do you have the results?
Vino en un bote.
You really came in style.
Here you go.
Vino en un bote.
That look really comfortable. Okay, but now it's time to announce the winner. Okay, and the winner is the LA.
The LA!
Yeah! It's a lovely, lovely mob.
That is so exciting. So Agnes, when can everyone expect the LA?
A ver.
So the LA will be included in the Wild update. It's gonna be released next year.
Next year, the Wild update.
¿Ya terminó?
I can't wait.
El mío sí está.
Thank you all so much for joining us. Minecraft wouldn't be
qué
what it is today
bonito.
without all of you, from all of us at Mojang Studios. Thank you so much.
Terminó.
Muy bien. La música. Tarán, 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 tarán. Minecraft Live. Tararán, tararán, tararán. Está buena el logo de Mojang. Muy bien. Qué bonito. Y lo pude transmitir todo. Bien, let's go.
Yeah. La emoción. Te vino toda la dopamina.
Sí, ay, tengo que poner todas las veces que grité. Creo que peté el micro. Muy bien, wow, bien, ganó el Ally, tenemos la siguiente actualización de Wild Update con el Swamp que yo tanto quería, con las cosas estas del Warden, las ciudades, o más bien, sí, las ruinas.
Sí, ciudades, ruinas.
Me da mucho miedo el Warden, más de lo que ya daba el año pasado, porque literalmente sale al suelo y te jala de las patas. Y nada, tipo, el nuevo árbol con la nueva madera, las ranitas, los distintos tipos de ranas, el barro, los ladrillos de barro, los renacuajos. Me encantó. Así que muy bien, fue una muy bonita Minecraft Live, todo salió como yo quería. No me voy decepcionado para absolutamente nada. Es la primera vez que pasan muchos años. Porque te explico. El año pasado, Caves and Cliff Update. amé.
Sí.
Amé cuando anunciaron eso, pero luego el Glow Squid y fue un poquito... Yo quería la Ayer. Bueno. El año anterior estaba el Swamp, estaba las Badlands y no me acuerdo cuál era el otro. ¿Cuál era el otro? Y las montañas, el que ganó. Que no fue mala idea porque salió bastante bien, pero yo quería el Swamp y lo añadieron ahora. Entonces, en esa ocasión fue eso. Y si no mal recuerdo... ¿Eso cuándo fue? ¿2019? Sí, en ese año también había anunciado la Nether Update, me acuerdo. Eso, yo esperaba la Cave Update, claro, la esperaba un año antes de lo que fue. Pero la verdad que la Nether Update fue igual de... No, no me fui decepcionado, me fui con... no sabía que quería esto, pero lo quiero. Así que nada, voy a ir terminando el directo acá. Fue un placer compartir este tiempo con ustedes. Nos vemos en la próxima. Eli.